Welcome to UpLift Women's Wellness. I'm Bethany Bush, founder of Head to Toe Strength.
And I'm Auria Zahed, a licensed marriage and family therapist. We're here to empower and inspire women to thrive through holistic wellness.
Each week, we'll dive into topics like fitness, mental health, and personal growth.
And share real conversations and actionable insights to help you live your strongest, healthiest life.
Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started.
So I kind of want to switch gears a tiny bit for this episode. And instead of focusing on women, our millennial generation. And I feel like it's coming up a lot for us right now with the economy, and we've even talked about like work-life balance and the grind. And I think I want to have a very open dialogue about money.
Ooh, the subject no one wants to talk about.
Yeah.
The tabooist of taboo.
Yes, a money talk. And I kind of got more into what's been going on with millennials financially back in 2020 when the interest rates changed. But in learning about interest rates, which is not so fun, it really led me to like look at financial differences between generations. Typically, I don't care about this stuff. Typically, I don't. But okay. You know I don't like the grind. You know I do not believe that humans were put on this planet to work, right?
Yep.
My issue and why I've been processing and looking stuff up and kind of following trends is because a lot of elder generations are saying, quote, people don't work hard enough anymore, unquote, and work harder.
Our generation, I feel like, has just been shit on over and over and over and over and over. We're lazy,
Yes.
we're this, we're that, blah, 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 blah. Like,
Yes.
it's probably not even hard. I could probably Google it and find, I don't know, 10,000 different memes right now.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about of like saying lazy. That's the data that I was actually looking up because, well, okay. So I really broke it down into boomers and millennials. And like, I'm sorry, Gen X, you're kind of like, I was going to say you're kind of in the middle. You're literally in the middle. I didn't really go into that. And honestly, I don't think it's Gen X that's saying these things as much as it's boomers. I personally more hear the comments of laziness and just work harder and don't buy your lattes, which is like, I'm sorry, no one's going to talk me out of buying lattes. I'll make them at home Monday through Friday, but on Saturday and Sunday, I'm buying a freaking latte.
And I'm sorry, but what is $14 a week is that gonna help you buy a house?
No, it's not.
I'm sorry.
It's not.
We live in Southern California. That's $1 million for like 300 square feet.
Yeah,
so
seriously.
telling me to not drink coffee. I mean, I can't anymore, but like, you've been saying that for so long that I'm like,
Yeah.
So you want us to kill you because of our caffeine rage?
Exactly. Like, let me have my freaking latte. It's my one joy.
Let me have something that makes me happy.
Seriously.
Don't tell me I work fucking hard enough.
Gosh.
You're going to have to turn me off on this one because the whole like lazy, don't work hard enough thing is going to trigger me.
No, I love it. I love it. But this is why. So like, you know me, Bethany. If I am mad at something societal, I'm going to want to unpack it.
Mm-hmm.
And calling millennials lazy and saying people don't work hard enough anymore, like, I'm going to figure that out so we can change the narrative. That is what we're doing. Okay? All right. Are you ready for all this data?
I mean, I'm ready.
Okay, I am sorry if you're not a numbers person because you're going to be hearing a lot. I will do my best to make it entertaining. But I want people to know like what happened between the baby boomers and the millennials where they are saying we're lazy. Okay, so that's
As they hold on to 15 different houses.
Yes, they have a lot of homes. Okay, but I'm just going to talk about money. Okay, so baby boomers, for people who don't know, those are people born between 1946 and 1964. Millennials are people born between 1981 and 1996. So that maths out to the youngest millennials currently being 29. And I also think part of the no one works hard enough anymore narrative is people imagine millennials are very, very young. But 29, like if you're not able to pay your bills at 29, you should be mad at what's going on. You should know it's not you, it's our economy and the way our society has been built. Okay. Ready? So,
hit me.
Via Lend EDU in 2025 in the United States, so this year, 53% of people self-reported that they live paycheck to paycheck. 53% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck already. And so it's already bad. We already have economic issues, everyone. But the Federal Reserve reported that as of early 2020, millennials controlled just 4.6% of all US wealth. An entire generation, just 4.6%. And when you say like, well, how many millennials are there? Millennials are 25% of the population in the United States.
Yeah, because we're the children of baby boomers.
Yes.
So if there's lots of baby boomers and they made lots of children,
yes,
that's going to be us.
Yes. So 25% of the population owning 4.6% of the wealth. Okay? That's not cute. So baby boomers held 21% of US wealth when they were around the same age. In similar numbers. 21%. So boomers in the estimate of 1989, so roughly when they were millennial ages of today, they controlled 21% of national wealth. The federal minimum wage, when they were in their 30s and 40s, if we account for inflation and we do that math, that would be closer to 10 or 11 an hour currently. Our federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Do you know how long it's been $7.25?
My guess would be since the 80s.
16 years. But your 80s, Bethany, isn't off because minimum wage can raise by like 50 cents at a time. So the fact that it's been $7.25 when inflation-wise we could have been matching boomers at $11. That's a really big life difference.
Well, and also when I started working, I made minimum wage, which was $5 or $6, and that was 20 plus years ago. So
exactly. And do you know our average inflation compared to when boomers were our age?
I mean, I think ours is what, up around 3%, and theirs was 0.5 to 1.
Our current, like our prices for things have gone up 49% since 2009.
Oh, shocker.
49% since 2009. And the reason why I wrote 2009 was because $7.25 was still a thing in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this already explains why we don't feel so good.
Well, just right there, what you just said.
Yeah.
The fact that inflation's gone up by 49%, and we're still making $7.25 an hour at minimum wage, just to accommodate inflation alone, should be $375. added onto the 725.
Yes.
Like half, I can't do decimal math.
No, that's fine. No, you're making sense.
But like $7.50 or 25 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
If it's raised by 50%, why hasn't federal minimum wage also gone up by 49%? And then
yes.
it's argued right now, right, in wherever, that they want to make federal minimum wage like $20 an hour, which would compensate.
It would totally compensate. It would change lives.
But the number of people that I've personally spoken to,
yeah,
they're like, they don't think a bagger at Walmart or a cart collector at Ralph's or whatever, that they deserve
my God,
that level of income.
My God, that is so offensive to me, because think of the people in your day-to-day that create your life with you.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers, hello, people who take care of garbage and sanitation, people like plumbers,
all the jobs you don't want to do.
Yes, very difficult jobs. Farmers, things that take a lot of skill and are incredibly important.
But are not considered valuable jobs to the regular, everyday, white-collar white man.
Exactly. And why?
Because they don't have to see the work. It just gets done.
Oh my gosh, and cleaning crews.
Yeah.
Janitorial services. Like, office buildings could not function with these people. And here you are saying you're not good enough because I work in an office? No, everyone who works 40 hours a week should be able to pay all their bills, pay for their home, have a pet, because I'm biased, have children, have housing that they're happy with, have cars, ideally, if they want cars, like comfortably working 40 hours a week, period. That should be the standard.
No one is going to agree with you on that.
I know, it's devastating to me.
No one's going to agree with you because they're going to say that that's communism.
A job is a job. If we could just, well, like you were saying, Bethany, it'd be as simple as just raising the minimum wage to match inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not, I'm not trying to be communist.
but that's what it's called when you want like overarching equality. You're getting called communist.
But it wouldn't, because I wouldn't want other people to come back down. Although that would, like, some people can take things down a couple pegs, but like, I just feel like we can do better.
Like, why does lower middle income class pay more taxes than anybody else in any other bracket?
Yes. Seriously, like very simple changes, like super simple changes, can overhaul this entire situation.
But so I watched a movie recently. I don't know if you've ever seen Out of Time.
Mm-mm.
It's Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried, and it's the hierarchy of time. Oh. So you live in a faction or a district. It's post-apocalyptic, that kind of crap.
Okay.
And you are born with a clock.
Yeah.
And then when you turn 25, I think you get 2 years or something like that, it turns on.
Oh.
So then everyone in the lower districts are always running. So you stop aging at 25.
Uh-huh.
But then you could run out of your year because everything costs time.
Oh my gosh.
So no one has cars. You pay rent in years or days or months or hours. And when you go to work, you make hours.
So like currency is time.
Currency is time.
Interesting.
And so, and the premise is like this guy who's got, I think, a century.
Yeah.
Goes all the way to the bottom and gives away his century. And then to this guy who's in the ghetto.
Uh-huh.
And then he goes and goes through all the different factions and when he gets to the top. But there's the time authority.
Yeah.
Who controls it because only certain amounts of time are allowed to be in each different section. Oh. And so when this guy, and then of course, it's a whole thing and there's a girl involved and there's the love interest and whatever, who's rich. And then they start breaking into all of these banks, time banks, and giving all this time away. So then time starts getting everywhere. And the time authority is like, well, what are we supposed to do? And the one dude's like, well, he's giving it all away. Like, just go home. Because it's like, the system is designed to keep broke people broke.
Yeah.
Or people who are out of time,
Yeah.
timing out. So there's dead bodies, obviously, all over the streets.
Oh.
Because they just time out. You literally just shut down.
Oh my gosh.
So like, and then you just get 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 time.
Oh, wow.
Or you've got the people that have centuries who are now living forever at the age of 25.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, so what if a few people have to die so that I can live forever?
Oh my gosh.
But to me, it's the exact same thing.
Wow.
Because you keep the poor poor.
Yeah.
Doing all the tasks the rich don't want to do and don't want to see and won't do.
Right.
But then if someone who bootstraps it and makes it from the bottom to there, they're not treated the same.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well that actually reminds me, screenshotted something of CEO salaries versus median worker salary. So not even people all the way at the bottom, just median, okay?
Like middle management?
Like, I think it's just like like anyone under the CEO and then the median.
Gotcha.
I think. Because it's super short. So a certain CEO makes 96 million salary. Their median worker makes 15,000 salary. Next company, the CEO makes 28 million salary. The median worker makes 14,000. The next one, 24 million versus 17,000. The next one is 19 million versus 17,000. So like talk about top of the top.
And
this is median worker.
That's not even the like entry level right in the door worker.
Right.
Who's got a quote unquote get job experience.
Seriously. One person found like a ratio difference where CEOs tend to make 632 times what their employees make. So, yeah. Okay, but I'm not going to lean on that right now because we're talking about millennials. But I do just want people to know, especially if you're the kind of person, say, just work harder, that's how you make money. Like, I would not go into one of those places and say the CEO is working 600 times harder than everyone else. Right? Like, that's mean.
Facts.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to keep things going with my data. Get ready. As of 2023, Americans aged 70 and older hold 30% of the U.S. household wealth, despite being only 11% of the population. Okay?
That's what I said earlier. They own houses. And they don't give them up because then they want their passive income.
Yes,
and then they rent gouge.
Yes, and there's companies who buy up homes to do all that too, which is very sad. Okay, so another complaint about being a millennial is unaffordable homes. And the reason why this is extra sad is because millennials are working very hard, just as hard as our parents did, hopefully, probably, like I would assume so, and then wanting what they had as children. Again, this is boomers versus millennials, so we know the difference. The average price of a home in the United States in 1970 was about $23,000. So adjusted for inflation, $23,000 today would be $175,000. Okay? The average price of a home in the US in 1980, so when a lot of our parents were buying homes, $68,700. Adjusted for inflation, today that would be $260,000. Wild, right? It's really a huge difference, and it's not a minimum wage or even a salary thing.
Unless you live in
inflation.
Rural middle of America that no one wants to live in.
Yes.
then it follows that exactly.
Yes. But also we could argue, so if the average today was like 400, I think I have that data in here somewhere, but I'm just going to say 400. In California, the average is like probably 900.
Yeah.
You know? But yes, like one of the tips that people give is move. Move to other states. But okay, but now I'm going to lose my like California salary.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, okay. And a lot of people are like, I just want my money to go further. Well, actually, so we have this conversation a lot because I am not for home ownership.
Yeah.
I think it's a complete waste of money and it's really stupid.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of reasons why, and there's data to back it up, because it's like the way banks became like banks and all that. And you probably have that in your data too. But people say that and they go, okay, just because you moved to Iowa, yeah, okay, eggs, I don't know what eggs cost, are $5 versus $15 in Orange County.
Yeah. You
also now make $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Versus $25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cool, you can own a home with what you bought in California. Now your money is not going to go, it's going to go further until you run out.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be in the exact same situation, because
as
someone who's lived in multiple places, this exact argument that I listen to, I call bullshit, because I've always lived paycheck to paycheck, whether my rent is $500 or $5,000. Yeah. It doesn't matter, because hourly versus hourly.
Yeah.
I had a job for 13 years, and the maximum of 13 years, I think I got a $5 worth of raises.
Right.
So I'm sorry, no. Anybody who gives me that excuse is like, well, my money could go. Yeah, cool. Sell your 1.5 million in Orange County. Yes, it will go further.
Yeah.
But now you've left that salary and you're not going to be able to recoup that, and you're never going to be able to come back here.
No.
So, like, I agree with you wholeheartedly in the number of times that I've had these conversations, because obviously I'm told that I don't know what I'm talking about when I talk to like really young 20-somethings. It's like, oh, I'm just going to move to Texas. It's like, great, go move to Texas. That's everybody wants to move to Texas because it's so much cheaper. If you compare apples to apples, it's not.
No, it's not. And a lot of Californians move to Texas and move back.
Yep.
Because they realize it's very expensive there still.
Or Tennessee or Kentucky, or they move, but they expect a California lifestyle. It's like, no, dumbass. You moved to the other side of the country. You gave up all of your privileges.
Yeah.
To live in bumfuck nowhere. Because, oh my God, it's so much cheaper. Like, shoot me now. I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, hated it. It's like living in hell for me. But I get really pissed because I have lived paycheck to paycheck for what? 25 years?
Yeah. Exactly.
Ish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's bullshit.
And the states don't matter.
It doesn't matter. I've lived in 3 different states. I've traveled even more. I think I've traveled to at least 25 or 30 of the 50 states.
Yeah.
And I just kind of go, cool. Yeah, gas, okay, in middle of Tennessee is $1.50 or whatever, whenever it was back there. Great. I'm not living in humid, mosquito, the size of cow land where, for one, I couldn't even have a career being with what I studied.
Right. Seriously.
But I'm sorry, I interrupted you, but I told you I was going to go off.
No, I want you to go off.
When I Zillow my childhood home and do the Zestimate and look at the like Zillow history, I think it was $100,000.
Wow.
And I think the last time it sold was over 800,000. I'm like, for what?
Yeah. No, really though. Seriously though. And it would be different. It'd be so different if we millennials were making 7 times more.
It'd be different.
It'd be different.
But the same job is essentially making the same salary.
Exactly. Exactly. And that is my problem with the whole work harder thing, because like I promise you that's not the issue.
But I think the people that say that too, and this may be a wild overgeneralization.
Yeah.
It's the ignorance.
Oh.
I was having this conversation because certain generations are like, well, you're just living off of whatever. It's like, no. People who need actual support from the state and need resources.
Yes.
It takes months to get them.
Yes.
On top of that,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, you can just stay on unemployment forever. It's like, no, you're only allotted X amount of dollars because, like, in COVID, I hadn't paid into unemployment in the state of California because I think I moved here in October of 19 and then COVID hit in March of 20. So it's like all I had was October, November, and December to take into consideration for what I had paid into. It doesn't matter because then I couldn't apply for Colorado unemployment.
Seriously.
Because I had moved to California within the past 18 months. So then I had to file everything by paperwork. So the fact that all these like generations who watch media and don't actually speak to humans or know anything, they automatically assume that, well, you're just sitting around in your home eating bonbons, living off of unemployment.
Yeah.
In my company in Michigan, we do voluntary layoffs every year. Basically, these people would volunteer to not get paid and have to pay their own medical coverage.
Wow.
So it's like, for the number of times I've experienced unemployment in my life, both as a 19-year-old and as a 40-year-old, it's no different to me. It's still a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You still have to do all of this stuff. Yes, the people that can sit at home and live off of unemployment forever have a privileged lifestyle because someone else is paying their bills.
Exactly. Yeah, there's so much more to the story.
Because you can't. I couldn't live on my unemployment.
No.
In California, you cannot live on unemployment.
Yeah.
There's no way. I could rent with 5 different roommates and still not be okay. Don't have a brand new car. Don't have any of that. I have a phone because I have to.
Exactly.
But like the fact that someone can say that you can just live on unemployment and rot.
Yeah.
Or live on disability and rot. No, you can't, because that requires work. Unless I'm that ignorant and I just don't know how to work the system.
No. It's purposely difficult to trick it. And the people who actually like looked at fraud and waste said that they found barely any fraud and waste from these kind of like quote unquote benefit.
But that's what I'm saying
systems.
Too.
Yeah.
Is that's how people fall for the narrative. Like,
yes.
Okay, you think you're thinking outside the box. You're literally just bopping off something that you heard, because it's like, now you have a reason to hate said cohort of humans.
Totally.
So then your vote is now swayed. Where you donate is now swayed. The stores you shop at is now swayed.
Very true. Yes. And that's exactly, Bethany, why I wanted to look at millennial money and boomer money when they were our age.
Because it's the same thing as diet culture.
Yeah.
You're told where to put your money and how to spend it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I apologize for my rant.
No, you're fine. Actually, it's a good segue because I found income data.
Okay.
Get ready for this. So in 1990, so again, when boomers were 35 to 44, their average income was $41,208. Very specific. The average cost of a home in 1990 was $123,000. So a house was about 3 times an individual salary. The current annual income to afford a home at $450,000. That's the average, $450,000. Do you know what you have to make to afford a home as an individual income?
Probably over 200.
Oh, not in California.
Oh.
450. Very honest answer. Yes.
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
You know what? You would have been right in California, because for 50, you would need 137K and no debt, basically, to qualify. Single income 137. The reason why it's a big deal is because the average millennial salary is $71,560. Okay, so as of 2024, the median household income in the US was $80,610. But millennials are under at $71,566. So now a house for an individual millennial, 6 times your income.
But hold on.
What?
The average household income in 1990 was 41,608.
No, that was a regular income, not household income. Personal income.
But like, okay, regular personal income.
Yeah, was 41K in 1990.
The majority of millennials aren't even going to make double that. And now our homes are 6 times higher?
Exactly. So like, exactly. The millennial salary right now is $71,566. So it's only 30,000 more.
But we're expected to live the same exact lives
Yeah.
that our parents did in
Yeah.
1990.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? And stop telling me to don't buy a fucking latte.
I know.
How
Th-
do
these
they have the right to
numbers-
talk to us like that?
These numbers are outrageous.
So then why do they take it out on us? Like it's our fault. It's because they don't fucking know this?
I don't think they understand the inflation. Like, I think they see like, okay, inflation has changed, but they don't see that our incomes haven't changed by much.
No, not at all. If you do ask for more, it's like, how dare you?
Yeah, because they're sitting pretty with all this wealth for only being like a smaller portion of the population. Okay, I have more. So this is why millennials now are really struggling. The average cost of a home just 10 years ago,
250,000.
270.
Yeah.
Just in 2015, 270. So now we're up to 450. So the math is a $180,000 increase in just 10 years. And we have the same federal income rate as 16 years ago. This does not affect a handful of people. This is affecting our entire generation and now our kids.
And our listener base is 35 to 44-year-olds.
Exactly. So
Female for 35, 25 to 44-year-olds is
they
our
will
listener
understand.
base. Yeah.
Yes, they will understand. And I want to also caveat. So the home buying stuff that I am talking about is because I have really been following like real estate. However, these numbers still apply for rent. When you go somewhere to rent, they look at all your financials too. So even though I am talking about housing and the disparity, like rent is also going up at the same rate. Like people can actually debate, is it better to own a home or rent? Because both are expensive.
For me, yeah. And I will, to the day I die, I will say it's cheaper to rent. Because obviously I know a ton of people who own homes across the United States. And I've always rented. I've never owned a home because there is not a single story since 2005 or 6 that doesn't come with a broken water heater, a flooded basement, a sewage leakage, a water main bust, a roof cave in, or dishwasher, washing machine, like pick one. And like on top of, okay, the homeowner makes it sellable.
Yeah.
That they just make it sellable.
It's not new.
And so like I've replaced a refrigerator 5 times. I've never paid for it. I've gone through multiple dishwashers, multiple washing machines. Granted, I haven't had a place with most of those things because that's not commonplace in all parts of the United States. to have a dishwasher and a washing machine
Oh.
standard
Oh.
in your apartment. That's considered a luxury
Mm.
in many parts of the United States.
Oh. Okay.
So laundromats are more prevalent.
That's true. That's true.
Doing your dishes by hand is much more prevalent when that actually is not cheaper and is not more cost effective or water saving or better for your electric bill. But
Ooh.
like I will die on the hill that renting, I don't give a shit if I don't have equity. Because you know what houses are? They're just banks.
Yeah.
It's just for a way for someone else
Yeah.
to hold you accountable. Cool. You own your home by some fucking miracle. And you've had your
Right.
mortgage for 45 years. How much money have you put in to keep that home standing? And have you made back what your quote unquote equity? Because I'd studied this years and years ago. I don't
Yeah.
remember why.
No, I believe you.
And how it's like basically banks made up mortgages
Yeah.
to make more money.
I agree, because just in 1970 a house was 23,000. That's like a cheap car now.
Yeah. Not even. I don't even think you can buy a Corolla for that.
You can't. I tried.
But like,
you can't.
in high school, our parents would be like, go buy yourself a car, and it'd be $1,000 or $3,000, and that thing would be half dead and like a death trap.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, okay, just go do that. It's like, well, just go buy yourself a cheap car is like 30 grand now.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
that's almost someone's salary.
Yeah.
That's almost 50% of someone's salary now.
Yeah.
And then we're supposed to own a car, have a house, 2.5 kids, and a white picket fence. Like, fuck you.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Just because I don't buy lattes.
Yeah.
Lattes are going to make my whole life different.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to give you some wealth stats.
Oh, good.
Let's talk about wealthy people.
Oh, yay. You're really going to make me feel great now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the richest 10% of Americans own 87 to 93% of all the stocks. Okay. As of the first quarter of 2025, the top 1% held approximately 49.4 trillion in net worth. So the reason why that is a big deal is because the top 1% owns about 31% of the total household wealth in the United States. Bonkers. Okay? And then the bottom 50% of Americans, and I hate that it says bottom 50%, but bottom 50% of Americans, their combined net worth was approximately 3.8 trillion the second quarter of 2024. So this means, like mathing, the net worth of the top 1% is 13 times greater than that of the bottom 50%.
How can it be the bottom 50%?
That's how they
How can it be the bottom 50%?
I know.
You mean the other
Half-
50%?
Half the country.
Half the country. The bottom 50, you mean the bottom half of the country?
Yeah. Seriously.
So the only thing you're taking in consideration is not the 49% in the middle.
Right?
So you've got 51%.
Oh my God, right.
That is all of the money in the United States.
Seriously.
And then 49%.
Seriously, this is like ridiculous. Yes, but that's how rich that 1% is.
I mean, if you own a brain,
Yeah.
you know that.
Well, yes. I think there's been some propaganda-ing.
You think.
Yeah. But
everything's propaganda.
Right. Yes. But I only bring that up because, like, again, this is just proof that the work harder doesn't matter, because the people that are saying that, do you think the quote unquote bottom 50% aren't hardworking humans? But magically the top 1% are trillions worth?
Let's flip that
In
upside
work.
down. because they do nothing. I'm sorry, but the CEO of some company, dude, that's why they have undercover boss.
Yeah. Yeah. And the CEOs can like barely do the work correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I just saw one, I didn't see one, but on Instagram, dude got fired during training.
Oh my
I don't know the whole
God.
context and what happened in that episode, but CEO got fired.
Hilarious.
So I'm sorry, you can't tell me to work harder when the CEO can't do my job.
Yeah.
And being in multi-billion-dollar businesses, that's a fact.
Yes. 100%.
Well, we talked about in what leadership or work ethic or whichever episode how I trained all my managers.
Yes. Yes. I think that was the leadership podcast.
So don't tell me just because you higher up the chain, you work harder, because no. And if you got there, you told me this. If you got there, you had handouts the whole way up.
Yeah.
You didn't get there on your own. You got there because someone helped you get there.
Yeah. I think the study was like the one I was talking about that time. There's about 800 billionaires, I think, and only 3 of them made it on their own. Like were, what's it called? When you do it
Grassroots?
Yeah,
From the bottom up?
That's the closest. Yeah. So 3 out of 800-ish. Are you ready to get mad?
I'm already pissed, Auria.
Okay. I have college information for us.
Oh, fantastic.
So people can stop talking about why do millennials have so much debt. Let's talk about it. So you can stop talking about it. That's the rule of the evening. Dakota is comforting me right now. She came and sat by me. Thank you, Dakota.
No, Dakota's sitting on top of Auria and being Aria's emotional support animal.
Thank you. I know she usually stands on me, but I'm getting like a full cuddle right now.
Yep.
Thank you, Dakota. Okay, let's talk about college. So, the US Census estimates roughly 72 million millennials are in the country right now. So that's our number. And 39% hold a bachelor's degree or higher. So about 28 million millennial degree holders estimated. Okay. I only give you that information because as millennials, we were told go to college and you will have enough money to buy a home and have children and drink lattes. So, okay. So let's talk about college for baby boomers.
Mm-hmm.
So the late 60s to early 80s, when they were little college kiddos, public in-state tuition per year, $200 to $800.
Mm-hmm.
$200 to $800. If they decided to go to a private college, $1,000 to $3,000 per year. I'm going to adjust this for inflation so we understand the difference. So today, an in-state tuition would have been $1,500 to $6,000 a year. If we were going to a private college, $7,500 to $22,500 per year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the boomers were dealing with. So like the most expensive college tuition back then, $22,500 in a year. Today. So in-state tuition, this was given for the years 2023 to 2024. For in-state, $11,000 per year. Private, you want to take a guess?
35,000.
Yeah, 40,000 plus. They couldn't even give me an average. They just said 40,000 with a plus sign. Like 40,000 is kind of the average, but it can be significantly higher.
It's probably more likely 60 if you're looking at the East Coast versus the West Coast.
Right, yeah. Or like what
the private colleges in the middle are going to be like 40,000.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. So if we go into those who needed to take out student loans, as a boomer, their student debt adjusted for inflation was only $5,000 to $10,000 in today's dollars. The average millennial student debt is $30,000 to $40,000.
I have 4 times that.
4 times that. As of 2024, approximately 40% of millennials have outstanding student loan debt.
And I've already paid off my first $50K for my first round of college. Because income-based repayment didn't exist. So you're
So you've paid $50,000 and you owe more?
Well, I went back to school.
Oh, that's your first set of loans.
That's my first set of loans.
Oh.
From the early 2000s, from when I
Baby Bethany.
Baby Bethany. When I was a little 17-year-old, didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Oh my gosh.
That is that first set, because then there was no income-based repayment, so then it's just garnished wages. And then taking tax returns and everything like that.
Yeah. And the reason... Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, Bethany. The reason why it's so important...
I've just been broke my whole life. That's it.
I'm hearing that. But hopefully changes will happen once millennials get into politics. We'll see. The reason why 40% of millennials having student loan debt at the average of $30,000 to $40,000 is because everything is so expensive, and here are 40% of people our generation paying off student loans, losing even more money.
Mm-hmm. Well, because we were told we had to get the degree too.
Yes. Yes. We were told get a degree.
And your life will be nice and cozy and fine.
Your life will be super comfortable if you just get a degree. But
and
now
I'm sure that there are people that has happened.
Totally. Totally. But not enough for me to not be mad.
Well, I'm one of the people you're talking about, so.
I know. No, I'm pissed for you. I'm pissed for you.
You're literally talking about my whole life, so.
I'm pissed. All of this is just like the numbers are insane. Like, I knew they were bad, but actually, like, looking at boomers versus millennials, because I was also trying to empathize with the boomers. Like, not from I get why you're saying we're lazy, but from like why did life seem easier empathy? Like, why was life easier? And I learned that. This is why they don't have empathy for us.
But you also have to look at all the things that are now privatized that we have to pay for separately.
Yeah.
That was never even part of the equation when they were broke 20-year-olds married making babies.
Yeah.
Because potentially no television. You definitely didn't need the internet to function. Like, the cost of living day to day, you didn't require the internet, a phone line, a truck driver. Like, you didn't require what is the fuel cost. Like,
yeah.
If you look in, just because I've worked in distribution forever.
Yeah.
If you look at that,
yeah.
I'm sorry, how the fuck do you have the right to compare what your 20-year-old life and my 20-year-old life remotely looked like? By the time I was 20, the internet was alive and existing. It was required for college.
Yeah.
It was already 100% required. And then also laptops, computers, technology, all of those things were required in high school. And I started on a computer in kindergarten on a Apple IIe because I'm 100,000 years old. But it's like, you can't tell me your life was hard when there's like a quarter of what existed when you were 20 and when I was 20.
Yeah.
And you at 40 and me at 40, the world is like 150,000 years different. So like I get so annoyed with that generation too, but also like don't talk to me like I'm 12.
Mm-hmm.
Gen Alpha is 12.
Yeah.
And I also, my whole life changed at 12.
Yeah.
I'm more grown up than most boomers.
Yeah.
And so it gets annoying for the preachy, you're lazy, you need to work hard. I work hard as fuck, motherfucker.
You do. You work so hard.
Most of the time right now making no money, but I've had 4, 5, 6 jobs.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Don't tell me don't buy lattes. I didn't even drink coffee until grad school. And now I can't because it makes me sick.
Right.
So I had a very small monochrome of time.
Yeah.
That I could even do coffee. So it's like, just don't eat out. Just don't do this. Just don't do that. You can't live on $25 a week grocery bill. I think the average you have to spend at least $150 just to eat every day.
Seriously.
And it's like, yeah, okay, you're now also doing this in your 60s and your 70s and your 80s. And either you have had 401k that you didn't lose in the crashes of the markets. Pensions that also don't exist anymore. Unions that also are starting to no longer exist.
Barely any.
It's like you're trying to compare your life and tell me to do more when at my age you didn't have any of it.
Yeah. Very good point.
That's what I get so mad at. And I don't know if it's because I have been in the workforce for so many years.
Yeah.
That I have worked. Yeah. I have worked for over 20 years. So it's like a lot of these people, women in particular that I'm thinking of, went to high school. If they did go to college, they got married. They got their MRS degree. Then they raised babies. Then they went to work in their, 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
So you actually didn't even fucking work. Yes, raising kids is hard. Yes, I'm not minimizing any of that.
Yeah.
But you're telling me to do something I've been doing longer than you have.
That makes sense. Yes. Yes. Totally.
For the same amount of money.
Yeah. My gosh, seriously. Yes. Yeah. I think that this is like very helpful with the narratives. I really hope we have some boomer listeners.
I hope so too.
And I actually heard there was one lady, I think I shared the story with you, Bethany, but there was a lady, New York City. Gosh, I wish I knew her name. Like I wish I screenshotted this when I saw it, but she was talking about how she lived in New York in a beautiful apartment. Like it was the corner view. So like 2 windows next to each other, as a waitress. And now she's a lawyer and can't afford to live there. So like, that's why these massive financial changes have happened in one person's lifetime, right?
And we haven't even hit quote unquote middle age yet.
Exactly. And we're suffering. Like when we were little, we thought we would finally like have money and be like thriving and flourishing by 40.
We were promised all these things, and it's like no one accounted for how fast the world changed.
Yeah.
The second the internet became standard. Because when you had snail mail and a telephone and a fax machine, you could only work at the speed that your technology could work. Our technology now with AI,
right,
which is hilarious to me that people think that AI can do what I do, which I love. It's hilarious. And you do. Like, write if-then statements to your heart's content. You're not going to tell me that 2 inches of a trapezoid is not functioning correctly. Anyways. But now with that, we're expected to move even faster.
Yeah.
And be even more productive.
Yeah.
For the exact same amount of money.
Very good point.
So we're in my guesstimate, we're working harder than any generation ever has.
Yeah.
With the exact same income. And yes, do we have influencers that make millions? Of course we do. You guys had television people too, and door-to-door salesmen who also made millions. Like every generation has their millionaires. You can't just say it's Gen Z, Gen da, 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 da. Every generation has their millionaires.
Yeah.
Who designed cars, who created cars, like
yes, for sure.
Like banks.
Yeah.
It's like, let's not talk age versus age or person versus person. Let's actually talk, like you're saying, apples to apples. Because you can compare a loaf of bread to an apple all day. It doesn't mean jack shit. And now you do, because no one wants to sit out in the sun 15 hours a day and pick strawberries for $5 an hour.
No, because it's not a living wage.
So why work that hard for that little money?
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. And to my point, I really believe if anyone is working 40 hours a week, you deserve a living wage.
Agreed.
Somehow.
But also, I can't remember who it was. I think it's Simon Sinek. Said that if you took every company, I mean, we said this in leadership, in women's leadership.
Yeah.
That if you took every company and actually flipped the salary pyramid so that you paid your janitorial staff, like your entry-level staff first.
Yes.
And then paid up the chain that way.
Yes.
Your company would actually be that much more successful and have that much more of an ROI.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you paid, quote unquote, from the bottom to the top, and then the creator CEO would get the leftover.
Right.
Which would still be millions.
Right.
But then everybody in that said organization wouldn't have to be driving a car that they're scared to drive to work every day.
Yeah.
Or their kids to school.
Yeah.
I've been the person driving the car that smokes. 100%. What are you supposed to do? Auria, also?
Yeah.
Does all the data you quoted take into the consideration the gender pay gap?
No.
How we make what? 80 cents on the dollar? Or something like that? Where, I mean, you'd have to refer back to Women in Leadership.
So in the US, women earned 84 cents for every dollar men earned in 2023. The gap is wider for women of color, with Latinas earning 57.8 cents for every dollar earned by white men in 2023.
So now, with the pay gap, take out 20%.
Oh my gosh.
Because if we're just going to make the math easy and say that women make 80 on the dollar, now you have to take another 20% from that 71,000 individual income to buy a home or own a home or rent.
Yeah.
For the same exact cost of a home.
Yeah, I actually, like, a long time ago, I looked up that statistic of how many single women were homeowners, or like via mortgages. 20%.
We can't.
It's very sad.
But it's also designed that way.
Yes, of course. And most of our podcasts are about that.
How can you judge me from your tower when you've never walked a day in my feet, in my shoes?
Yeah.
How can you judge and just automatically stop going to Starbucks when you actually have no idea what you're talking about? And now you're preaching from your tower and you have people following and listening. And now that garbage, which is opinion, is easily accessible and consumable by everybody. So then you get a following that agrees with you based on opinion.
Yes.
Our podcast is based on facts and data because that's
try.
who we are.
Yes.
Because we also don't want to be that podcast because there's 100 billion of those out there.
No. And I think that was like very important for me with this one was getting the actual numbers and seeing like the differences with accounting for inflation as it did. Like that's the part that's more eye-opening for me.
I mean, what they paid per year is what you can pay in per credit hour at some universities.
Yeah.
And like doctors, dentists, lawyers, like you're talking, if you don't come from a successful family or a generationally wealthy family, you're looking at $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 in debt to be a provider.
Yeah.
And then we won't even pay teachers anything remotely close to that, and yet you'll send them there every day to school, and that's where you expect them to learn.
I know. Then teachers always comes up for me and like who is not getting paid their worth.
Well, you could go. I mean, I could go all over with that. Nursing staff. Why isn't nursing staff being paid what doctors are paid? Because a doctor spends 30 seconds with the patient when they go through and do rounds in the morning, and the nurse just spent 12 hours being abused, screamed at, pissed on, shit on, puked on, mucused on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So 72,000 is the average public school teacher salary in the United States. This was via the 2023-2024 school year.
So barely.
I'm going to look up nurse. It's still like in our average.
Barely
in our millennial
the
average. Okay, nurse. Okay, I feel better. About 94,000.
It's better
for an RN.
For an RN.
Yeah.
A doctor probably makes 250 average.
But nursing school is very expensive too, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so RN is the 2 years, and then if you get your BSN or your MSN, or you become a nurse practitioner.
Well, let's look at doctor. Curious. Sure, I'm gonna put MD.
Yeah, MD. Yeah, not PhD.
300 to over 360.
And the nurse makes 94.
When I heard 94, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And
no.
Now I see that wasn't.
No. I mean, everyone knows how I feel about healthcare at this point. If you listen to any episode, especially if you listen to autoimmune. But for what? Why are you paying someone $94,000 to take care of your family member?
All day.
All day.
All day.
All night. Clean them, wash them. Because I'm sorry, I worked in healthcare. I was a nursing assistant. Families are not there.
That's true.
They're not there.
And everyone puts their trust in nurses. Like, nurses can't mess up.
No, because then if the nurse fucks up, it's the nurse's fault. But if the patient survives a cardiac arrest, the doctor gets the credit, not the whole entire code team. What about the person pushing the meds into the heart?
Yeah.
But if you pull a drain out or something happens or the patient pulls their Foley out for the 15th time, it's the nurse's fault for not paying attention. And thanks to COVID, we're now in another nursing shortage and no one wants to be a nurse.
Yeah.
So we're not even going to have anybody to take care of us.
Right.
So like the layers of what we're up against.
Yeah.
It's almost like, how can you expect me to not react?
Exactly. And how can you expect Gen Z to not react Gen Z is seeing all of this while they're making their career decisions. They're choosing not to be teachers and nurses because they say, understandably, look how hard these people are working to make average money. I need to go find a way to be a millionaire because those are the only people who are living comfortably.
So duh, who's going to want to do that? Now, honestly, being an influencer, that is not easy. Trying to film and think up content all day long is exhausting. And even if it's just like wear this, wear that, blah, 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 and they started on YouTube as 8-year-olds and whatever, but it's like, it's still not doing nothing. Now you're selling yourself all day, every day.
Yeah.
It's still doing something. It's just because certain generations view work as this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not in a factory, which, my God, do they even exist with people in them anymore?
Not at the same rate.
That is considered work.
Yeah.
But a teacher is not considered work. Nutrition, not considered work.
Yeah.
So as technology grows and machines take over and our jobs get more and more complicated,
yeah,
now we're told we don't work hard enough because that's not work. You're just sitting all day. I'm sorry, no.
Mm-mm.
You're on. I'm on. A teacher's on all day. A nurse is on for 12 hours.
Yes.
Very few times does she get to even go to the bathroom.
Seriously.
Or eat. Or, for the love of God, drink something.
I know.
Like, I get so mad at this because I've heard this over and over and over and over. Since I was 18, the story has not changed. It's been 22 fucking years. Why are you still saying the same shit that you said to me when I walked out of high school?
Yeah. The narrative needs to absolutely change. Society needs to change.
Thank you for joining us on UpLift Women's Wellness.
We're so grateful to have you as part of our community. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who needs it.
Follow us on social media for updates and extra inspiration between episodes.
And remember, you're stronger, braver, and more capable than you know. Until next time,
Stay strong, stay empowered, and keep uplifting each other.